think is happening to Biden? Joe Biden, have you seen Joe Biden stands like this? And you'll be looking around like, what's happening? No, please look. From Uebert, he was moving like this. You'll be like, what's happening with him? You fall every time, just fall. But now, the guy remembers everything because it's election time. He remembers. He remembers. Who put something in him? There is something injected in him for him to be like.
Senior Prophet Uebert Angel speak on world leaders, alcohol, time-space continuum. Watch, like, subscribe, and leave a comment in the comment section below.
Drunkenness will cause you to stagger. Are you getting this? You begin to... But as you begin to drink more and more, what happens? Two that used to make you don't move you anymore. Then you get to 10, 12, 14, 40. Then you get to a level where you can't even stand up. Then you keep drinking until you start moving straight. No, they didn't get it. No, there is a level in alcohol where it actually is the one that stabilizes you. Yeah, you've never seen alcoholics. They'll be shaking like this before they drink. Then they drink, they'll be like. What do you think is happening to Biden? Joe Biden, have you seen Joe Biden stands like this? And you'll be looking around like, what's happening? No, please look. From Uebert, he was moving like this. You'll be like, what's happening with him? You fall every time, just fall. But now, the guy remembers everything because it's election time. He remembers. He remembers. Who put something in him? There is something injected in him for him to be like. All of a sudden, he remembers. There are things that they inject in him. The Queen of England, 1 week we didn't see her. 1 week. The following week she came out frail and we knew she was gone. Why? Because there were things that they were pumping in her that made her to be awake. They could move nicely. You wonder what did they put in? Alcohol is a level where you become so intoxicated that you are now moving straight. This staggering like this, you are still young at drinking. This. When you get there are people here. I've got people here. I've got my witnesses here. Not former witness, current witnesses. Just be moving like this. If you are still doing like this, you are still junior. Keep taking it. As you keep taking it, you realize, wait a minute, it calms my nerves. Drunkard people can be so quiet if they have not drunk anything. Then just give them 2. You go like this. They will tell you about 1921. 1921. There were people moving like this. Were you there? I know. I had an uncle who talked to you about science. He never went to school. Science. You talk about science. Anything you want. Science. Mars. Everything. How planets are. How many miles away from each other. The guy was dumb. But the moment he drank like this, all of a sudden, genius. Why? There is something in the word that makes you what the word says you should. Listen, do you think it makes sense? Do you think it makes sense? Listen, who has got the Bible right now? Please, read verse 1. Verse 1 of Genesis. No, please. I want to show you, all of you are drunk. It's just the level of intoxicating that is different. Please, verse number 1.
In the beginning, God created.
Where is God coming from? Imagine our own Bible starts with an impossibility. It is forcing you to believe it. In the beginning, God created. Wait a minute. Explain God. Where is he? Who is his mother? No, you are not hearing. Any book will start with once upon a time. There was a great mountain. This one says God created. Wait a minute. So we just need to believe from now. Brother, start from somewhere. Let's understand what you are saying. It is in this in there where the intoxicating is. You are drunk before you go to God created. You already. When people say, where is God coming from? You are convinced. You don't even need to question this part. Now you're beginning to think now. Let me tell you something. Who created God? Now you're starting to think now. Hey, stop for guys. Where is he from? Are you not thinking now? But when you believed, you never questioned it. Why? Because drunkards don't question. We have a certain level of intoxication that we have reached, that we understand where God comes from without even researching it. God, by definition, is the uncreated creator of the universe. Now hear this. On earth, everything comes from something. Now, see, tell your neighbor, understand. On earth, everything comes from something. That's why we need God to come from somewhere. Because the rules that control the earth say anything comes from. But the rules that control the realm that is outside the earth, anything can be self-existent. So you are trying to get God to operate upon the rules of the earth where he doesn't stay. All right. If you get a bag of wheat now, marijuana now. Go out there, go by the central police station, sit down and start. That's when you realize you're not as clever as you thought. Fly now to Washington, D.C. with the same spliff. The immigration officer will even ask you for one. Because the laws there permit it. But the laws here don't. You are trying to say, God, the weed is allowed here. God says, in my world, it is not allowed. So rules are different from the worlds we are coming from. God is coming from a world that is outside the earth. So he can come from nothing. Now you're missing that. Are you getting this now? Are you getting this? You remember the time-space continuum? In the beginning, number one. In the beginning, time. God created the heaven, space. Are you getting this?